Right, it's Thursday, February 22nd. Just shooting a video here on Coinbase. There was a question earlier on one of my videos about how to look at TTOs, or triangle day out as it's called in the strat, and what might make sense. And since one's developing right here, I thought I'd point it out. So you can see Coinbase, as I've discussed on the previous videos, has an upward bias on the day. I already bought it and exited the trade, up here, well, from the lower blue line to the upper blue line. But now, as it comes down and takes out this pivot right here in an overall uptrend, I'm comfortable that we're well above the midpoint of the prior day. It's a green bar. We're just getting it's a 2-up day that has an eventual target up here. So since, in this case, after that first move up under the day, the pause here, this move here didn't quite reach its secondary high, the high of the day and the pre-market highs. That's still a target up there. It looks like it's coming down here right at the moment as I film this to take out this liquidity right here. If you look at the 1-minute chart and spread it out, you can see that was kind of a key area here where you'd think people riding the trend would have stops. And now it's not like I would go in and immediately buy it as soon as it breaks through that low, but I kind of watch the price action here. This is an area where if it's just taking out stops, it's going to reverse higher. So you have to kind of determine a way whether it's holding there or following through strongly below that level. A lot of times I just watch the 15-minute chart and I want to see kind of a reversal bar in this area. And if I can sense that, then I can sense that this is kind of an area where they just took out liquidity before the eventual continuation higher. So we'll see what unfolds. I mean, you can go down to a 5-minute chart and start seeing, once you break through that area, if it's really going to continue down, it should follow through strongly. Also, for me, I know on the structure on the day, I look at the midpoint of that first bar as an area that, to me, has to hold in order for that structure to stay to the upside. So as it breaks through this area, there's a little stop down here I could see, but as long as we kind of hold in this zone right here, I think we should be reversing back to the upside in some form. So I'm kind of looking for that, and if you can sense that price is kind of just pausing down here, you can be aggressive and jump in. You can wait for the 15-minute chart to turn. Everyone has their own style, but I just wanted to point out this is a good example of a potential TTO where you're taking out liquidity, the downside, in an intraday structure that's up with a big picture structure that's also up. So let's see what unfolds for the rest of the day, and something to keep in mind. If you see these kind of examples, then look for them in the future and kind of determine on your own if you want. Now, if you jump in here in some form and you're wrong and it continues lower, then you can, you have to take a small loss, I guess. But we will see what happens. And to me, this is definitely a potential TTO area back to the upside on the Coinbase chart. So let's just see how it unfolds during the afternoon.